With all the information and the stats on the drivers. We await now the start of Heat 3 of the Better Brakes AMSCAR Series. The two little Mazdas starting on the front row. The Mazda Marauder is Alan Grice and the Turbo Nissan in there for a competitive race. Flag is up, ready for the start. Away and it's Shield away quickly on the inside. Barry Jones racing with him, cuts from the outside to the inside, takes the lead away. A good start there on the inside also by it's Freddie Gibson, splits them at the top of the hill, and Grice goes through on the inside.
Jones has had it, his car's dropped right back, and in fact was almost rammed, and it's Gibson who's made a magnificent start, and he's in front. Terry Shield is next, Marston on the outside on a desperate line, but holding on. He's got a flock of cars behind, and one of the Chevy Camaros. It may have been Kevin Bartlett going very wide, almost stopping in fact.
Gibson, Shield and Grice, that's the way it stacks up first time round at Amaroo in the third heat today at the Better Brakes AMSCAR Series. Boy, oh boy, what a thriller.
Barry Jones has dropped right back. Something wrong with the car early on. Shield, he's forced him wide, and Shield goes by while Fred Gibson fights back to get the car under control. Still hasn't got it back on the track. Three cars have gone by. Four. Marston draws by on the outside before finally Fred Gibson brings it under control. He dropped back from the leader to fourth place, and now he's got to set back and do it all again. Just went wide. Got those slicks onto the... As Alan Grice grazes the paint. He got the slicks onto the gravel and paid the penalty. Has lost four precious places, and the race is on. They've got 9 laps to go, and the scene is set for a beauty. Alan Grice running second to this man, Terry Shield.
Shield back in front again, series leader, track record holder in 1.1 seconds in qualifying yesterday under his track record. The Eurocar's Mazda comes down the back straight at Amaroo Park, and Alan Grice and the STP Commodore giving chase. A little bit of sideways motion, and Finnegan and the 2MMM Commodore is now up into third place.
And driving very hard. He really has made up ground to get on to the tail of Alan Grice. A lot of smoke puffing away behind. There's a battle behind them with Steve Marston and then Freddie Gibson. But there's the man who's running at the moment in second spot, Alan Grice, and Terry Finnegan giving him a bad time. He is throwing that car, and you watch the way Finnegan goes through the corners. I've mentioned before how neat he is. Well, he's starting to slide it around the bends. He absolutely chucked it at Grice and made up shovelfuls of ground last time to get very close. Now Grice is pulling away again. On go the brakes. Finnegan just a little bit later than Gricey. The great battle among the Commodore drivers. Grice has been the outstanding touring car driver this year. Those that saw him in action in that bumping, aggressive drive against Alan Moffat down in Tasmania will never forget that. It was one of the great drives of this year.
Well, the number 6 car that Grice is running today is the third of the STP cars. As Alan likes to call it, Elvis. He said it's had more hits than anyone else. Not doing a bad job in second place. Terry Shield, meantime, has said, pardon my dust, he's gone. They won't see him again unless mechanical problems rob him of heat number 3. Grice at the moment comes through Winfield Corner. Finnegan hanging close to him, and the teapot turbocharger is being turned up one more time as Fred Gibson comes back to put some pressure on the two Commodore drivers, and Masterton back in 5th place.
Well, Gibson is catching them. He was leading the race. He'd like to get back up there again, and Gibson has taken, I'd say, a massive dose of bravery pills. Look at his head down, his arms fighting the wheel. He's going very hard. He's caught them. Now, can he get by? He's showing that the turbo really does go well on a tight and twisty circuit. He's got the braking advantage at the light car. Let's see what he can do.
Look at these Commodores, little sideways, and it's a case of Tora here for Fred Gibson.
Well, bearing in mind Howard Marsden's reference to V8s and dinosaurs, Fred has got to get up there and knock them off.
How would you like to be number 3 in that queue? The speed they're doing, the closest of the racing, and that's where Fred Gibson is. He's got this man in front of him firstly, and Terry Finnegan behind Alan Grice. They draw away a little bit under brakes, as Marston is just in the background in the first of the Falcons. Now, can Fred get them up the hill? He's got a lot of power on that turbo. It likes to get up to high revs. It pumps out an enormous amount of power. Here he goes. Let's see what he does. He'll probably brake a little later. He stays right on Finnegan's tail. There's a splutter of flame from the turbocharged engine. Finnegan is braking late too, and Freddie Gibson could get no advantage until that time. They've been working very hard, the Nissan team, to get the handling right of the Bluebird. They were caused some problems in the first year of its operation. It's pretty good now, and Gibbo is really going hard. This might be his chance to get by Terry Finnegan, but Finnegan is using all the road quite legitimately, but there's just no room for Fred to get by. He puts the nose in. Has Finnegan seen him? Yes, he has. And he's inside him. Will he hold it? Yes, he will, and he's drawing away, and that's it. He's up into third spot, and Fred has one off the list. Who's next? Alan Grice. Well, this will be interesting to watch.
Terry Shield, 4.5 seconds lead over Alan Grice. In second place, Fred Gibson, now third, and Finnegan in 4th spot, Marston in 5th.
In Howard Marston's own words, maybe Freddie has split the dinosaur show.
Up Shiel again. They've completed 5 laps. Rice, Gibson 56, and we'll stick with this battle because Terry Shiel is just steaming along way out. Here he goes, he's having a go.
He can't pass there. He's passing. He's at this. No, he's not. He just couldn't get by. They go very fast, and there's only one line through that corner. You can't double up there. Grice knows that. Fred Gibson knew that, but still had a look just in case. He maybe can pass here, but I think the V8 will have more punch out of the corner. Let's see how they put the power down. Well, that shows you the power that this turbo is producing, because he's holding it with Alan Grice. He's got a quick car.
Swing to the inside.
Meantime, Finnegan's catching up. Oops, there's
car number 3. Goodbye.
Mike Bergman has parked the Camaro in what you might call an untidy place, and I don't think he'll be moving. If he's not only embarrassed, he's certainly bogged.
Freddie Gibson, the ham in the V8 sandwich.
To the top of Vitupave again. Alan Grice running second to Terry Shiel. Fred Gibson sitting in behind Grice, and Terry Finnegan, who's got a new lease on life, is coming back, and Steve Masterton blazing a little bit as well.
Well, Finnegan really is keen, Mike. He's trying a line out there that no one has ever succeeded with, but he had a go. He really is going hard now, and he really wants to get back that 3rd place.
I think Freddie Gibson will be trying another manoeuvre on the inside, perhaps coming out of Honda corner. No, he's going to have he'll be a brave man to see if he can set him up for an inside pass coming off here.
Oh, that's a good move. He had a very fast line on the outside. Grice went out wide to cover him. He accelerates a bit harder than Fred Gibson, but what will happen? Will Fred try and go on the inside and get the quicker line through? Let's watch it. Here he goes. Now, can he get on the inside, or will Grice cover him? Well, Grice has the power. He draws away. You can see the great... Oh, there's a nice...
Finnegan. Terry Finnegan. Gee, he's been round 3 times. He must be dizzy.
Like his Commodore had ears. Coming up to the top of Vitupave again, Alan Grice still leads. Freddie Gibson in 3rd place. Grice running second behind Terry Shiel, of course, into Dunlop Loop. And really the interest in this race is whether or not Gibson could pull off one of those magnificent passes that he pulled on Finnegan earlier in the race. They're bumper hopping as they come down the back part of Amaroo Park's course.
Oh, that is the fastest part of the circuit. He's trying to pass there. That's how quick this little bluebird is. Now, what will he do here? He would like to go a bit deeper under brakes, but obviously he can't, because there's a car very close in front, and they're both so fast. What a tribute to each man's respect for the other. They drive so closely together.
Only 2 laps to go. Terry Shiel way out in front of the Mazda RX-7. He's coming around past the start-finish line right now. There he goes.
As they come on now with the laps running out, and I think in fact it has been Fred Gibson on the inside. Grice tries to race him to the top of the hill, comes back storming at him on the inside, and can he take him? He probably has. Yes, sirree, and gets it straight and comes into Dunlop Loop. What a dice between these 2 drivers. Shiel still leading. Alan Grice in 2nd place. Back to Gibson in 3rd.
This is the part of the track where Gibson goes faster. He'll try and pull alongside. Grice will try and close the road, but will Gibson make a move down here before Honda? Let's wait and see. He's only got a couple of corners to go. Oh, there's a lockout of brakes, and Grice's tail has gone wide. That might be the chance that Gibson needs. He's on the inside. Grice is now recovering, but Gibson's got the lead and going for the corner. Grice, however, has the inside line. It all depends on braking. And Gibson is going deep, but Grice cuts under an inside. Side by side, they go through it together. Gibson on the outside, brushes the wall. Grice is on the inside, the last corner. Grice, taking another 500 revs, flies through there, and it will be Grice as they get the 1 lap to go sign, who's the lead. Finnegan leads, Grice is 2nd, Fred Gibson back in 3rd spot, and only 1 lap to go. Oh boy,
what a race. Terry Shiel still out there in front, smoking away from the rest of them. We'll stay on this dice for you and pick up Shiel in the last lap, last corner or so, because I think Gibson may come storming back at Grice here. He is not happy with being passed again. Cuts to the inside, tries to set him up for a pass, and Steve Masterton in the Masterton Homes 2WS car starts to make a lot of ground.
Masterton is boiling, but he's holding close. The steam coming from him. Here's the leader going round to complete the race. A great drive by Terry Shiel. A lonely drive. They're side by side behind, but Shiel will go across the line and win. Grice is still leading, but Gibson is about to make a move. We'll see that in a moment. In the meantime, it's all...
Gibson's got Masterton, got him into the wall.
Gibson and Masterton spun together. It will be the Commodore of Alan Grice that goes across the line in 2nd spot. There he goes. There was a tangle, not a severe one, but enough to throw Fred Gibson wide. You can see him coming across the line with smoke pouring from a tyre. You can see the damage to the front of his car, and you can see him shaking his fist. And Steve Marston, whose engine I mentioned, it was overheating, is overheated already. They had a heating problem, and you can see that he just got to the line, and a very unhappy Fred Gibson will have some words with Steve Marston. Fred was making a move for 2nd spot. was touched in that coming together by Marsden, who was flying behind them. He was really going hard, but that's the way they finished across